right here is actually accidentally filed under alumni, but they're actually a student. So,
Very trusty.
no, so this is actually a student who was accidentally
Oh, okay.
clarified as an alumni. So, either,
It's in my. I think I do the S's, so
okay,
I can read the Stecklenburg.
that's perfect.
If you just want to like write it into the margins where it should be.
Okay, let me just.
Excuse me, everyone. Thank you for all being so prompt and on time. For those of you who are standing in the back on the balcony, there is another guest seating room in EAS 222. If you leave by those doors and turn left, it's at the end of the hallway. There's a live stream of what's happening in here. So if you need a place to sit, you can try there. We might run out of seats there as well, but I just want to let you know it is available if you need. For those of you who are being inducted, down here on the first row, if you are an alumnus, a guest that didn't graduate from Stevens, a trustee, a faculty member who's being inducted in this ceremony, we do have reserved seats for you down at the front. So you're welcome to make your way down to find your name. For the most part, faculty are on my right, your left, and trustees and guests are on my left, your right here in the middle. Thank you very much.
Okay, I have them in between
Staniak and
Staniak and
Stecklenburg.
Stecklenburg.
Okay, sounds good. Can do.
Thank you.
Excuse me. So sorry to interrupt everyone's conversations. I apologize. I just wanted to let you know we're going to begin in just a couple of minutes. We're not beginning yet, but if you are a trustee of the university, a faculty member of the university, a guest from another institution, NJIT Rutgers, who's being inducted at this ceremony, we do have a seat reserved for you down at the front. So if you didn't make your way all the way to the front at the beginning, please make your way down so now. Again, that's trustees, faculties, guests of the university. You have seats reserved up front. So we'll be back to begin in just a moment. Thank you all for your help.
Hello, everyone. Excuse me for 1 minute. We'd like to get started shortly, but we have, if there are any faculty, guests, trustees, etc., who are sitting in the main gallery, we do have reserved seating for you up front that will free up the space for the students. So if we have any faculty, trustees, or guests who are here, we ask you to come to your reserved seats in the front. Otherwise, we're going to open them up for the students. Okay? We will get started shortly. Give us another minute or two. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Could we have you take your seats, please? Again, if we have any guests, and I don't mean parents, I mean we do have some guests, faculty. There's a few reserved seats up front. Otherwise, as I said, students can take them. It's a very packed house today. Thank you all for coming. We're going to start with our dean talking to you, and she's going to do the introductions.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 5th annual induction ceremony of our graduate senior class into the Order of Engineer. My name is Jin Zhu, and I'm the Dean of the Charles V. Schaefer Junior School of Engineering and Science, and I'm a member of the Order. It is wonderful to see so many members of the class of 2026 here as we gather to honor and celebrate the tenacity, hard work, and achievements of our new inductees. We are also privileged to be inducting today distinguished members of our university's Board of Trustees, faculty, and alumni this afternoon, as well as guests from other institutions. As a member myself, I was once sitting where you are today, excited and eager to take the next step in my professional journey. Having been on that journey for quite some time, I know that an engineer comes with great responsibility. Engineering is not just about technical powers. It is about improving lives, advancing technology, and making sustainable choices for our future. The work you will do has the potential to impact lives on a very personal level. When you do your work well, the impact is transformative. When that work is not done well, it can cause grave harm. Every day, people put their safety in our hands. You are joining a community of professionals who take their responsibility seriously and who are committed to making a positive impact to the world. As you prepare to take your oath, remember that being a part of the order is a conscious understanding of the power you hold and a commitment to wield it wisely. We are incredibly proud of each one of you and confident that you will carry the values of the Order of the Engineer with pride and distinction. Before we proceed with the ceremony, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the families, friends, and faculty members who have supported our graduates throughout their educational journey. Your encouragement and guidance have been instrumental in their success. Congratulations to you all, and wish you all the best and a great success in your engineering profession. Now, I would like to invite the Code of Dorson on stage to present an overview of today's ceremony. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. A special welcome to each of you for joining us at today's ceremony. My name is Dakota Van Dersen, Stevens graduate of Chemical Engineering and Materials Science and Engineering in the classes of 2019 and 2020, and member of the Order of the Engineer. I currently serve as Assistant Director. Thank you. I currently serve as Assistant Director of Core Engineering and Science Education in the Charles V. Schaefer Jr. School of Engineering and Science. It's always a mouthful. Before we begin the ceremony proper, I'd like to provide an overview, then review some logistics to keep everything flowing so we can ensure we get out of here on time. As you will note on your programs, as you hopefully scan the QR codes on the way in, Dr. Catherine Abel will join me in saying a few words on the history of the order, the significance of the order, and the significance of the ring. She will then accept your obligation as a group, followed by the ringing ceremony itself. Several faculty, staff, and alumni of Stevens who are also members of the Order of the Engineer will join us in leading this section of the ceremony. They are Professor Kevin Liu, Professor Rainer Martini, Anthony Mosseri of the class of 25, Dr. Patricia Meisner, Dr. Zara Purnaruz, Dr. Ronghuan Xu, and Dr. Jin Zhu. Several other Stevens faculty, staff, and alumni are also assisting in this ceremony, including Dr. Sandra Clavijo, Nyabuja Kanefu, and Randolph Revo. For this ritual, candidates will be called up alphabetically by last name as listed in this afternoon's program. As each reader introduces the next, they will ask candidates to line up in batches along the aisle on your right. When your name is called, please make your way across the stage using the stairs on your right, pose for a photo at this table while you are ringed, and then proceed behind the curtain, where you will sign your certificate, continue off stage via the backstage stairs on your left, and return to the auditorium through this door. In the event that your ring is not the correct size, there is a misprint on your certificate, or for any other concern, please continue to your seat. We will gladly resolve the issue with you after the ceremony has concluded. Please remember your ring as you line up on stage. If you did not get yours in the little packet on the way in, please go do so now. Okay, cool. Everybody grabbed their rings. Awesome. I now call on Dr. Catherine Abel to present the history of the order.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Catherine Abel. I'm the Associate Chair for Undergraduate Studies in the Department of Systems Engineering. I am a Stevens graduate of Mechanical Engineering, Technology Management, and Applied Psychology in the classes of 1991, 1993, and 2001. I am a member of the Order of the Engineer and a faculty advisor for this Stevens link. This ceremony presents an opportunity for us to take a pledge and to recall that the professional purpose of an engineer involves the pursuit of a learned art in the spirit of public service. By following the acceptance of the obligation, the individual engineer reinforces similar efforts of his or her peers, realizing that in unity there is strength. In the early 20th century, engineers in Canada had similar sentiments. They believed that a need existed to foster camaraderie among engineers. In 1925, the ritual of the calling of an engineer began in Canada. The words of the Canadian ritual were written by the English author Rudyard Kipling, who saw engineers as the builders of things that were intended to benefit mankind. The Canadian ceremony includes the placing of a wrought iron ring on the small finger of the individual's working hand and an oath. It is difficult to visualize any better symbolism than that of a ring, worn for all to see, and saying, in effect, here is an engineer dedicated to a publicly avowed obligation to the profession and to those it has served. In 1966, a group of engineers in Ohio, with members of several engineering organizations, began to pursue a separate organization and distinct ceremony with similar intentions to elevate the profession and serve the public. The objective of what came to be called the Order of the Engineer. While the deliberations of this group were in progress, seniors of Fenn College of Engineering of Cleveland State University, counseled by Dean Burrell Bush, designed and held a ring ceremony and reception on June 4th, 1970. Each participant signed a creed and received a plain stainless steel ring placed on the small finger of his or her working hand. 170 engineering seniors and engineering faculty members took part in this first ceremony. Since then, the movement has spread rapidly throughout the United States. Such is the story of an increasing acceptance of the Order of the Engineer as it is known in the United States today. The stainless steel ring symbolizes the strength and unity of the profession and provides an identifying mark of an engineer. I now invite Dakota Van Deursen back to the stage to present the significance of the order and the significance of the ring.
The Order of the Engineer, to which you will soon belong, is an independent organization. The purpose is to foster a feeling of pride and dedication to that profession which binds us together. You are asked to accept with pride the meaning of the ceremony to which you are about to subscribe. The obligation should be freely given, and the responsibility gladly accepted. The order is symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of a stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. The obligation is the formal statement of an engineer's responsibilities to the public and to the profession. It is a creed similar to the oath attributed to Hippocrates that is commonly taken by medical graduates and which sets forth an ethical code. The obligation likewise contains parts of the canon of ethics of major engineering societies. Initiates, as they voluntarily accept it, pledge to uphold the standards and dignity of the engineering profession and to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious and limited resources. The obligation is a composite of several creeds. It emphasizes the fact that we, as engineers, have certain obligations. It promotes honesty and integrity and recognizes that today's engineers are dependent on their predecessors for their skills. The ring, a symbol of pride, prestige, honor, and professionalism among all engineers in the United States, also serves as a reminder to the engineer of our obligation to society. The symbol of your desire to serve the public is the engineer's ring. The ring you will wear on the fifth finger of the working hand will say to all who see it, "Here is an engineer, possessed of a publicly avowed dedication to the profession and the public they serve." It is our symbol. Wear it for all to see. It is a badge of recognition which will become known to all as the sign of a learned professional pledged to making the best use of Earth's precious and limited wealth. I now invite Dr. Catherine Abel back to the stage to lead the acceptance of the obligation.
I will now lead the ceremony of accepting the obligation of an engineer from this ceremony's candidates. Current members of the Order of the Engineer are encouraged to renew their obligation with the candidates if they please. Will the candidates for induction into the Order of the Engineer please stand? Candidates for the Order of the Engineer is an independent movement. The purpose is to foster a feeling of pride in and dedication to our profession. Your membership in the order is symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of the stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. There are no meetings other than this ceremony, and there are no dues. It is with humility that we, as members of the order, accepted this pledge and observe as you do too. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me as we read the obligation of the engineer, which is also printed on the electronic program pamphlet if you've downloaded it. But I'll say it first. Okay. I am an engineer. In my profession, I take deep pride. To it, I owe solemn obligations. As an engineer, I pledge. To practice integrity and fair dealing. Tolerance and respect. And to uphold devotion to the standards. And the dignity of my profession. Conscious always that my skill carries with it the obligation to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious wealth. As an engineer, I shall participate in none but honest enterprises. When needed, my skill and knowledge shall be given without reservation for the public good. In the performance of duty and with deep fidelity to my profession, I shall give the utmost. If you accept this obligation, please affirm by replying, "I do." I do. Thank you. You may be seated. I now So now, in the presence of your fellow engineers, you will be called forward to sign your certificate and receive your ring as an indication of your acceptance of the obligation of the Order of the Engineer. You will offer your ring to the presenter, You will offer your ring to the presenter who will stand at the table. You will place your hand through the ceremonial ring and receive your ring as an outward sign of your profession. And you will then follow through the open curtain backstage to receive and sign your certificate. And Jean came out here. I now invite Dean Jean Zhu to join me on stage to begin the presentation of the rings. We will begin by presenting trustees and faculty with their rings. So we ask, okay, it's in the order listed on the program. I will call them out. Devin Brooks. Christopher Frank. Paul Magnone. Brian Nagito. J. Scott Swenson. Zining Zhu. Thank you, Dean Zhu. That concludes our trustees and faculty. I now invite Dakota Van Deersen to join me on stage to continue the presentation. We will now do our alumni and guests. Jonelle Kau. Trevor Curie. Nicholas de Robertis. Zhuming Fei. Saikira L. Helton. Miranda Ndava. Barak Saran Takalp. Onadika Uwezi. Margaret Adams. Hamza Khan. Aaron Patel. Joseph Villacorta. That concluded the alumni and special guests. Thank you, Dakota. I now invite Dr. Rainer Martini, Associate Professor of Physics and Associate Dean for Graduate Studies in the Schaefer School of Engineering and Science, to join me on stage to continue the presentation of the ring. We will now begin to present the class of 2026 with their rings. Listen for a little bit, because there's a lot of you. We're going to do it in stages, and we're going to ask you to line up along that aisle right there. We have Revo, who is our line manager, who will help to make sure you are in the right order. So please listen to Revo. We are only asking for those students with the last names who begin with A through C as in Charlie to please stand up, somewhat arrange yourself in that row, aisle over there. Revo will help to align you, and then we will begin. We're going to give it a minute. Obviously, those people whose last names begin with C should be further to the back. Those people who have last names that begin with A, closer to the front. In order to keep this moving, we're going to get started. We're going to go a little bit faster with the class of 2026 because we're already lined up. All right, here we go. Starting with the class of 2026, Salma Abdelaziz. if I could just ask people to go closer to the stairs so that we can go a little faster. Anaf Abid. Hazam Abodonia. Go on up. Yes, you can go up to the top of the stairs and wait right there. That would be great. Thank you. Gianna Adamo. Kevin Adio. Go on up. Thank you. Victor Afonso. Rule Uki Ajink. I'm gonna Ajinkyu. Did I get close? No. I'm gonna try that one more time. Ruhi Ujinkyu. Better? Okay. Christina Alexandrov. Lauren Alley. Natalie Anfuso. Joseph Angarola. Andrea Arpastian. Nicole Asante. Brian Barzola. Istvan Bareksi. Ankita Bhatt. Thomas Bothwell, I guess, is not here. Okay. Emilio Bove. Oh, do we have Thomas Bothwell? We do. Okay. Amadeo Bove. Atticus? Atticus Bowie. Addison Boole. Tyler Dustin Boos. Nicholas Buzanko. Anthony Joseph Caligari. Gabriella Mio Cangialosi. Dana, oops, we're going to pause for a second here. Dana Cardenas. John Carlo Figueroas. Brooks Carmichael. Rhea Carr. Owen Carter. Blake Chichikny. Taylor Serafis. Gianna Sorbonne. Kyle Chambers. Melody Chung. Velizar Chilikov. Marcin Cieslar. Justin Ciliota. Kyle Cox. Autumn Coleman. Patrick Salvatore Core. Stella Corovesis. Gianmarco Costa. Julia Cohen. Drew Crossman. All right, while we are doing that, we would like the candidates whose last names begin D through F to please line up alphabetically. If you have a D, come to the front. If you're E or an F, go towards the rear, please. We'll be switching. I now ask Dr. Martini to take the podium and allow me to continue with the presentation of the rings.
Nicolas Danieleco. Galen Davis. Ryan Davis. Jack Deegan. Ram Anthony Del Prado. Madison DeMatthew. Owen DiPolo. Caitlin Derivolco Ross. Teja Demon. Brendan Chase DiDario. Angela Ding. Pasindu Imesh Dudongoda. Kendra Marie Donnelly. Sophia Donskoy. Sophia Dumazios. Olivia Dunn. Benjamin Brown Durr. Mallory Jane Eder. Hissam Effendi. Omar El Kafif. Ahmed El Saer. Juliana Ioga. Marin Erdheim. Dylan Espiritu. Andrew Fair. Ivan Farfan. Gianna Felice. Michael Fernandez. Naomi Fernandez. Lauren Ferranti, Adam Fiorito, Kira Fischer, Adam Fowles, Samuel Franco, William Frensnick, and Henry Furry. Candidates whose last name begins with G through K, please line up alphabetically by last name in the aisle on your right, in the order listed on your program. Thank you, Dr. Abel. I now call on Dr. Kevin Liu, Teaching Professor and Associate Dean for Undergraduate Studies, to join me at the podium, and for Anthony Moseri, Class of 2024, to take position on stage to continue the presentation of the ring.
Okay, Audrey Kellis. Matthew Garcia. Daniel Garvey. Itai Geller. Diego Girardo. Brooke Glean. Tamara Gonzalez. Eric Granados. James Grant. Sebastian Quirero. Eve Gutierrez. Emma Guzowski. Ethan Gavili. Ethan Hagen. Elizabeth Horton. Rebecca Hawks. Bridie Hayder. Francis Heim. Eliona Heiss. Stephanie Jaime. Paula Herrera. Liliane Hiduk. Williams Hines. Harrison Hinojosa. No? Okay. Tyler Hoke. Dieter Huber. Wayne Hunter. Jess Urban. Johan Jaramillo. Valeria Jaramillo. Bowen Zhang. Travis Jones. Ella Joseph. Daniel Jutris. Ashish Kamasani. Max William Kanz. Joseph Katz. Alicia Connie. Matthew Kamenos. Jasper Kern. Christopher Kenton. David Kaiser. Brendan Kiefer. Cooper Kingsley. Jordan Knapp. Taylor Knox. Kyle Coach. Athanasia Kokonaras. Yui Koyama. I will ask Anthony to take over the podium and allow me to continue the presentation to the ring. And you will be from here. From here, start here, and then go to the next page.
Candidates whose last names begin with the letter, oh, I already did that. Disregard. Oh, okay. Candidates whose last names begin with the letters L through N, please line out alphabetically by the last name in your aisle on the right. Okay. Amanda LaFrancois. Andrew Lambert. Sydney Lenniger. Jack Lane. Jagger Langhorn. Maya Lipinski. Brendan Lau. Elijah Laho. Jonathan Lamy. Aiden Lee. Jason Lee. Danielle Leong. Vivian Lisobao. Daniel Liz. Christopher Longo. Bianca Lore. Lena Lopes. Amelia Lopes. Jacob Lopez. Remo Loyi. Anthony Magno. Isabella Mangagno. Sally Magnassa. Ryan Manley. Edelina Marinello. Arlette Martinez. Benedict Martinez. Juan Mata. Vincent Manny Kelly. Alexis Mariola. Rachel Merrifield. Gabriella Marinoero. Lucas Murndi Fisher. No. Devin Moore. Jay Morella. Isabella Moretti. Gabriella Moroni. Anastasia Mose. Amber Magzone. Valerie Naguib. Alexis Najimi. Tarun Nanda. Sarah Naimi. Emma Nye. Aiden Nestor. Maggie Newman. Jacob Normand. Candidates whose last names begin with the letters O through R, please line up alphabetically by last name in the aisle on your right in the order listed on the program. Thank you, Dr. Liu. I now call upon Dr. Ronghan Zhu, teaching professor of the Civil Engineering and Ocean Engineering, and Dr. Zara Parunoso, teaching assistant professor of Mechanical Engineering, to continue the presentation of the rings.
Okay, here we go. Daniel O'Connor. Elizabeth O'Connor. Christopher Oliveira. Christian Ortiz. Give me 1 second. Manavi Panjanani. Nicholas Panora. Roxana Pauta. Grant Pellegrino. Matthew Pagola. Ritesh Prasad. Joy Piker. Isabella Porter. Nayland Pritancho. Michael Price. Nicholas Ragnese. Caitlin Raola. Vijay Rameshwaram. George Redfern. Francesca Reagan. Dennis Ruen. Nicholas Resnick. Janique Richardson. Leah Richardson. David Riddell. Raymond Rinston. Andrzej Rikorski. Isabella Ricci. Jason Rizal. Daniel Roach. Gabriel Rodriguez. Eric Romero. Alexander Rossi. Aiden Ra. Dan Rubio. Aiden Rock. Alexis Ra. Candidates whose last name begin with an S, please line up alphabetically by last name in the aisle on your right in the order listed on the program. I now invite Dakota back on stage and Dr. Peronos to continue the presentation of the ring.
All right. Candidates, I will now begin to read the names of candidates whose last names begin with the letter S. But before I do, Sophia Bika. Caitlin Bjerke. Danielle Bonk. Sofia Gonzalez. Antonia Salucci. Stephanie Sanchez. Adriana Santos. Kaylin Savage. Shrihit Saxena. Samuel Schraden. Olivia Schubiger. Alfredo Segura. Stephanie Salido. Andrew Semsel. Arden Sentak. Spurti Seti. Anthony Alden Sevilla. Deep Shah. Dhaval Shah. Henita Sharon Lawrence. Anjali Shrestha. Eric Sibak. Anusha Singh. Charles Smith. Colin Smith. Connor Smith. Isabel Snowhill. Riley So. Jonathan Solorzano. Ian Sutar. Conrad Sauser. Emma Spoonhour. Samantha Sportelli. Aaron Spriggle. Catherine Stabile. Alexander Stanzak. Ian Staniak. Cameron Stecklenberg. Caleb Stephen. William Stieber. Josefina Strano. Marybeth Suganuma. Lauren Sullivan. Christina Shumsky. Thank you, Dr. Punaruz. I now invite Dr. Patricia Meisner, teaching professor and associate chair for undergraduate studies in the Department of Chemistry and Chemical Biology, to the podium as I continue the presentation of the ring. Candidates whose last names begin with T through Z, please line up alphabetically by last name in the aisle on your right in the order listed on your program.
Okay, so then I'm right here. Are we ready, do you think? Katarina Tesson. Ryan Thornton. Ryan Turney. Leo Timmerman. Zanep Tasson. Caitlin Tasai. Gabrielle Tyre. Thomas Ung. Camila J. Valdez. Andrew Valent. Ty Valerosi. Alexandra Vanderveer.
Noga Vardi. Emmanuel Vega. Joseph Dayton Vignali. Samantha Julie and Villanueva. Sanaya Villanueva. Aranza D. Villegas. Annalise Michelle Viterbo. Griffin Volk. Bridget Webb. Matthew Werner. Marissa Waitig. Brian Williams. Andrew Wilson. Danielle Winkler. Sydney Winstead. Sarah Naroski. Emily Wallaber. Aaron Wong. Dreten G. Lili. Pranvera G. Lili. Peter Yakub. Hannah Yang. Aaron Zabriskie. Alina Zaman. Allison Zhang. Alexander Chigner. Pazimesh Dodangoda. If there are any candidates present this afternoon who have not yet been called, please come forward now. I now invite Dr. Catherine Abel back to the podium for concluding remarks.
All right, thank you. I welcome each of you to the privileges and obligations of the Order of the Engineer. This ring is a reminder of our calling. Your certificate is your creed. It bears your name and your signature. It is your pact with your profession. Read it thoughtfully, regard it with humility, wear your ring proudly and with distinction, for you are an engineer. I ask you to join me in a round of applause to congratulate yourselves, the newest member of the Order of the Engineer. This concludes the Order of the Engineer ceremony. Thank you all for participating and enjoy the rest of your evening. And to the class of 2026, your commencement festivities. You are invited to take part in Grad Fest later on. Starts at 7 across the campus. Enjoy, everyone. Congratulations.